of pure devotional service. So the translation says, they are being enthusiastic, endeavoring with confidence, being patient, acting according to regulative principles such as Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smarana, that is hearing, chanting and remembering Krishna, abandoning the association of non-devotees, and following the footsteps of previous acharyas. These 6 principles undoubtedly assure the complete success of pure devotional service. See the certainty with which Prabhupada has translated also. Undoubtedly assure the complete success of pure devotional service. So that sort of conviction or determination. So that is what we are going to discuss today. That is Nishchaya. Nishchaya has been translated by Srila Prabhupada as confidence, full confidence. It can also mean being determined or having full conviction in something, certainty. So all these things are given as meaning of Nishchaya in English. So what does it translate to in our spiritual endeavors? The devotee, Srila Prabhupada says in the purport of the Upadeshamrita, verse number 3, the devotee thinks, Avashya Rakshibe Krishna. Krishna will surely protect me and give me help for the successful execution of devotional service. This is called confidence. So he is defining the Nishchaya in that way. So having the firm conviction that Krishna will protect me and give me the enough strength to do the spiritual endeavors, whatever I am doing, to be successful, I need his mercy. So that is the attitude of the devotee. The devotee is not confident like the material person is confident of his own prowess, his own capabilities. I am so great, I am knowledgeable, I know everything. No, that is not the source of the confidence of the pure devotee like Srila Prabhupada. In fact, if you remember, in the Markine Bhagavata Dharma that he wrote while approaching the shores of United States of America, he wrote a poetry. And that was discussed by Harisham Prabhu sometime back in this. And Sarvari Mataji used to read the verse. You remember that Markine Bhagavata Dharma verse? So what did Prabhupada say? See, I am nobody. I don't have the prowess. I just want to execute the instructions of my spiritual master. But you, Krishna, you have brought me here. So if you so desire, make my words suitable for their understanding. You can do it. You are all powerful. So if you have brought me to this terrible place, you must have some game plan for it, for me. So if you so desire, make my words understandable to them. So that is the source of their confidence. They don't say that I'm the doer, I'm so great. They think that I am nobody, but then Krishna is all powerful. So having confidence in the powers of Krishna. So that depends upon the understanding and imbibing of the basic fundamental philosophical truths of the Gaudiya Vaishnavism. What we are ISKCON is following is the Gaudiya Vaishnavism parampara. So there terminology comes as Dasamula Tattva, the 10 principal truths, that which Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he enunciated these truths, fundamental truths of Gaudiya Vaishnavism, and this has been put in the Jaiva Dharma, a book by Bhaktivinoda Thakura, one of the principal acharyas in our life. So this sloka, you don't get bothered by such a big sloka. Let us do it little by little. Amnaya praha tattvam. So the pramana, first he is establishing, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling, what is the pramana for what I am telling? Even though he was the personality of Godhead himself, who had incarnated in the guise of the devotee, he didn't say, I am saying this, you follow this. He says it is all based on the conclusive fundamental truth of the Vedas, as given by the Guru Parampara or disciplic succession. And the corollaries of Vedas like Upanishads and Srimad Bhagavatam, the other Smriti Shastras. So that is the pramana. First thing is Amnaya Praha Tattvam. So he is giving the evidence, pramana for the tattva which he is going to talk about. That then follows the prameyas or the conclusive truths, the 9 other truths which he is talking about. So based on what? Based on the Vedas, which is of course, which has come right from the Lord himself, the Supreme Lord himself, proclaimed the Vedas into the heart of Brahmaji, that you have heard several times. And then Bhagavad Gita. So all these truths you will find is also told by Lord in the Bhagavad Gita. It's nothing that which is apart from Gita. If you are following the Sunday seminar classes carefully, you will know that all these things you would have already heard several times. So let us come to the prameya, the conclusive truths. Number 1, he says Parama Tattva, Iham Harim Iha Paramam Tattvam. So that is Sri Hari alone is the supreme absolute truth. This is also enunciated very well in the Bhagavad Gita. Aham sarvasya prabhava matta parataram nanyat kinchit asti dhananjaya, 7.7. Then in the 10.8, aham sarvasya prabhava. So the Lord says, see, he is the supreme absolute truth. Sarva Saktiman, Sarva Saktim Rasabdim. So he has got inconceivable potencies. He is full of Shakti. He is the Saktiman. And Rasabdim, what does it mean? That means he is the ocean of all nectarian rasa, or the divine sweetness. It is not only that we know that Krishna is all powerful, but we also know Krishna is very sweet. He has got a sweet exchanges with his devotees. So on one hand, he is very, very powerful. He is the all powerful, but he is also very sweet. That is the Rasabdim. He is the ocean of rasa. Vibinnamsa tattva. Binnamsam cha. So he is both the mukta, that is the liberated soul, and the baddha, the conditioned jivas, or his eternally separated parts and parcels. So in the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, you all listen to it in Shamkun Prabhu when he talked about it. There a verse came, so 15.7. Mama ivam so jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana. So all these jivas are all my fragmented parts, my part and parcels. Did he not say in that 15.7? So same thing. So but the jiva. So in 15th chapter also he's talking about shara and akshara, and the two types of the souls that among the jivas. There is the conditioned soul like us, who are subjected to the control of the Maya. So the Baddha Jiva and also the Mukta Jivas, the liberated souls, they are always liberated and they stay in the spiritual planets. This comes again in the 15th chapter, the later verses. And then the 8th point is the Achinta Veda Aveda Tattva. So the entire universe consisting of the conscious Chit and unconscious Achit is Sri Hari's Achintya Veda Aveda Prakasha. That means the Lord is one with us in quality. He is Abeda in the sense that he is one in quality, but he is like a gold mine and we are like a gold particle. He is like an ocean. We are like one droplet of salt water in the ocean. So that is at the same time, he is inconceivably both different and non-different from us. So that is what the Achinta Veda Aveda Tattva means. So he is one in quality, but not in quantity. He is the full whole and we are only sparks of the fire. So then comes all these 8 are the basic foundational understanding of the Sambandha Gyan. who we are, who Lord is, what is our connection with them, with him. That is the first 8 points. Then comes this Abhideya, or the method in which to approach him. Pure Suddha Bhakti. It comes in the sutra as Suddha Bhakti. Pure devotional service is the only practice or sadhana to attain the spiritual perfection or sadhya. So we have heard this also several times in our Gita classes, that devotional service is the only way. The Lord himself says in the 9th chapter, 7th chapter, and again he will say in the 18th chapter. So the pure devotional service is the only way to reach me. So then the last but not the least is the prayojana part of it, that is the Krishna Priti, transcendental love and affection for Sri Krishna, that is the Prema Bhakti. He is the one and only final object of attainment, that is Sadhya Vastu. That is the Sadhya. He is the Sadhya. That Prema Bhakti is the Sadhya, for which we all devotees are striving for. So the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Gauranga Deva, has herein instructed the 10 distinct tattvas, the fundamental truths to the faithful jivas. That is the Dasamula. So nothing very complicated that you do not know. It is only putting it in one place. What all you have heard so far from the Bhagavad Gita. So why am I telling all this? Why is this Amnaya or the fundamental truth? Because unless you believe, the first thing I showed, it depends on what does this confidence or determination depends upon. It depends upon the understanding and imbibing of the foundational truth of the Gaudiya Vaishnavism. Otherwise, how will you follow? Unless you understand the philosophy properly and you have got faith in it, that what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said, it is the absolute truth. He himself is the Supreme Personality. He has come to deliver us as a devotee. Unless you understand and absorb, imbibe the truth, then it is impossible for you to be determined. Nischaya. Like Dhruva Maharaja, just in 6 months, he was just 5 years old. Just in 6 months, Dhruva means, his name itself means determination. One of the meanings of Dhruva is determination. So he was full of conviction in the words of Sri Narada Muni. And how determined he was, and how he did his penance in just 6 months, he could actually see the Supreme Lord face to face. So this Nischaya is the very, very important. The determination is the driving force. Unless you unless you are firmly convinced about the truth of this Gaudiya Vaishnavism, why will you do the chanting? Why will you get up at 6 o'clock and try to do the chanting at all? So that is how important this Nischaya, the quality of determination, is. Now let us see in Bhagavad Gita 6.24 what the Lord says. Sa nischayena yoktavyo yogo nirvinna chetasa sankalpa prabhavan kamams tyaktva sarvan achetasaha. One should engage oneself in the practice of yoga with determination and faith and not be deviated from the path. So you should give up the other things, the materialistic type of desires, and concentrate on this path with determination and faith. There, the Lord Krishna also says in the Bhagavad Gita, to be successful in yoga, that is what you should do. To be determined and have faith. So in the purport, Srila Prabhupada has given a very beautiful small story. There was a sparrow who had laid her eggs on the shores of the sea. And the seas, the waves of water came and took all those eggs away into the ocean. And the sparrow was very much displeased and very unhappy. He went to the sea and said, "Oh, my dear sea, ocean, give me back my eggs. It were there only, here only, so you have taken it. Please give it back to me. Otherwise, I'm going to dry you up." The ocean did not bother only to answer the sparrow and took it lightly. The sparrow then started with determination. With a small beak, she used to take the water of the ocean and put it at a distance to dry her up. With full determination, the sparrow was going on for some time, were like this to and fro. And people who were seeing her determination were really, they were amused and they were laughing. And but such determination. It went to the knowledge of Sri Garuda, who is the king of all birds. He came to know that one of his sister sparrows is doing something which is wonderful, trying to dry up the ocean. So he went and saw, and really, with great determination, the sparrow going to and fro and trying to dry up the ocean. Then Garuda was really moved, and he took. He was merciful to her and said, "Okay, I will help you." Then he went to the ocean and said, "You better return the sparrow's eggs, or I will take up her job of drying you up." Then the ocean had to listen, and ocean immediately gave back the eggs to the sparrow, and the sparrow was pleased. So we are like that. We are like that sparrow. But if we, for us, doing this sort of devotional service with full conviction is a difficult task. But if we take it up with determination and faith, whatever faith we can muster now, but then Lord Himself will see our determination, and He will send Garuda or somebody to help us out of this and try to deliver us. So Srila Prabhupada ends the purport with the statement, God helps those who help themselves. So all we have to do is be firmly convinced that this path that we have taken interest in, this path of Vaishnavism, and this process of chanting the Harinam, he is going to lead me back to, I will be one day or other going back to Krishna. I will be rid of all my material miseries. So if we are fully convinced, if we have got that determination, firm conviction, nischaya, then we will also be successful. Like even though we are sparrows, we will get the mercy of the Lord. That is all I want to say in this context. Thank you very much. Tomorrow we'll see.